Most people know that God put a rainbow in the sky after the flood, but almost nobody knows exactly what God said when he did it. And what he said is one of the most extraordinary statements in all of Genesis. And God said, "This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature. That is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth." Genesis 9:12 and 13. Now the first thing most people miss is the specific word God used for rainbow. He called it my bow, in Hebrew kesheth, which is the same word used everywhere else in the Old Testament for a warrior's bow, a weapon of war. God was not just placing a colorful arc in the sky. He was taking his weapon, the bow of divine judgment, and hanging it in the clouds, pointed upward toward heaven rather than downward toward earth. It was a warrior's gesture of laying down arms, a declaration that the war of judgment was over. And by pointing it upward, God was essentially saying that if the covenant is ever broken, the arrow would fly upward toward heaven rather than downward toward humanity, which is exactly what happened at the cross, where the judgment that humanity deserved flew upward and struck the Son of God instead. And then notice who the covenant was made with. Not just with Noah, not just with humanity, but with every living creature and with the earth itself. Genesis 9:10, God made a promise to the animals. He made a promise to the ground. He extended his covenant faithfulness to every living thing that had survived the flood, because that is the scope of God's care, not just for human beings, but for all of creation. And here is what that means every time you see a rainbow. You are not seeing a weather phenomenon. You are seeing God's signature on a promise he made to every living thing on earth, a reminder that he is a covenant-keeping God who has never once forgotten what he promised and never will. Subscribe to Proverbs and Purpose and leave a comment below. Does knowing what the rainbow really means change how you see it?